Well, hello guys. Welcome back after what seemed like a very long month since Remake 2's come out. This is the first stream I've done since before release, and this is the first in a wave of streams that will do some slightly more alternative things that you might be used to. So tonight, it's only going to be a short one tonight, just to get back into the sort of swing of it. But this is the Director's Cut DualShock. You are in for a treat if you've never heard this game. Then we're going to be going on to, as and when I can, get it. My Resident Evil 2 remake PC version has been dispatched. It's the Pixel Love version. Still not quite got it yet. But once I get that, I can start streaming a little bit of that for everybody, and then the next classic game we'll be doing is Resident Evil 2, the N64 version, on which I'll show off a few things that you might not be familiar with, like the new costumes, the EX files, and while we're playing through that, we can also discuss, you know, from a sort of reverse point of view, all the the things that the remake 2 does. So it's just a sort of to bring a few more interesting ideas to the streams. I'm not a speedrunner, so I'm not necessarily interested in going for S ranks and things like that. So what we'll do is I'll get started. We're going to go for this is mainly just to show off the soundtrack, which once we get into the swing of it, you will not believe how truly bad it is. We're in for a right treat. We're going to be going to arrange mode. It's the first time I'll have done the arrange mode in as long as I can remember, probably 15 years. So I don't quite know how good I'll be at it. I'm going to play as Jill because I don't think I've ever done the arrange mode as Jill. Let's see how we get on. I will let the brilliance of this intro play out and see if you can tell any soundtrack differences. You will.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission. No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have
I will actually just go on to say that it is worth pointing out that the director's cuts were supposed to include the original uncut cinemas back in the day, but I can't remember what it was due to a mastering issue, I think. They ended up selecting the incorrect black and white cinemas, and I do believe as of sort of the final releases, it was only the German PC version or something that actually has the full uncut in colour cinema. Are you listening carefully?
Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
It's hello, Pensive Pen. It's arguably the original director's cut is arguably the definitive version of the original. Listen to this. Oh. Oh.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton.
Wow.
Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
That is even worse than I remember it, guys. I could not remember the cast list theme there being astonishingly awful.
What is this? Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this.
I think Chris's arrange mode
Stay alert!
costume's a lot better than Jill's. Chris's almost makes sense, like it could be an alternate, whereas Jill's just a bit silly. It works well enough for a bonus mode, I guess.
A dining room.
Yeah, the graphics, the emulation's not 100% on this. I was tinkering with it a bit, but got quite a bit of wobbling. I'll try and fix it for next time.
What is it?
Some wobbly borders.
Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Menus look a bit rough as well. Get ready for the doorbell ring for Kenneth's neck. This is beautiful. This is. Oh God. Oh God, camera. Forgot auto aim's on. Yes. The wobbly writing. That's actually very generous for advanced mode or arrange mode. I didn't think you got that straight away. So it's worth saying that the character models don't look too bad actually. For 23 years later.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
I do have a lot of love for the original mansion. I know the remake is the definitive, but there's something about this game that'll always pull me back.
Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
It's not a bad track, this one. You could argue that this one actually isn't too bad.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay?
No, you're right. It's important to consider that.
Here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking.
I think the biggest tragedy of a remake is that people dismiss the original,
Thanks.
especially if
Maybe
the
I'll need
remake is generally regarded as the superior product. Which in the case of Remake 2, I don't necessarily think it is. It's an interesting one, that.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
I don't think there was many disagreements when the original remake came out as to which was the better version. Whereas Remake 2 is a little bit more divisive in that area. Right then. I don't know which way to go. It's going to be interesting to try and work my way through this again. So, I mean, some of the new camera angles are cool. It was really awesome to play this for the first time and see some new angles like this. Straight away. The old yellow fine that you don't get anymore. Yeah, I can't remember what they call the arrange mode on the DS version, but it kind of pulls together bits from all the different versions. I mean, it has a mixture of both classic and arrange mode camera angles. Jill not looking too bad there. The Stars logo's got some decent detail. Was it unique to this version? This was the first time you got a Beretta or a handgun, if you like, that could crit. This was just before the Samurai Edge branding. I think it calls it a custom edition. I don't know what the crit chance is. Some people will be able to tell you. That was something I always considered as well. Yeah, when they came to do the director's cut, did they actually have like the original 3D environments that they used to capture the camera angles? Oh, we're getting very lucky with them. That'll do. Hello, Nick. Yeah, the soundtrack, man, is way worse than you remember. But thankfully, the quality of the game still shines through. Now, I can't remember. I'm probably going to pay a very painful price for doing this. I don't know whether they mix up Barry's appearances in director's cut, so this could be this could be embarrassing. And I seem to think that there's going to be 3 zombies in this room. Oh man. Getting a bit. I'm gonna be getting a bit too lucky with those. Come on. Oh man, zombies blocking my path. You twat. Looks like we're out. So. Oh, listen to this. Oh no, what's going to happen? Oh no, it's locked.
Hey, what's going on?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down. Hurry! This way!
Did you feel the tension there, guys? The real drama.
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Oh man. Damn, this gun's making this a bit too easy. Bloody hell. Jill sandwich confirmed canon. Yes, indeed. Hello, Time Loss. Thanks for joining. Another new angle for everybody. Come on, guys. Was the crit chance this high? This is ridiculous. You know, range mode's supposed to be harder. Of course, this is where the broken shotgun is. Got even more ammunition. But no herbicide in here. That's because the herbicide is now in the. I seem to think it's where it's the outside. It's east wing, like garden area where the wheelbarrow is. I think it's actually in the same place in the remake. Jesus Christ. He's bleeding already. Oh God. Just going for a leisurely playthrough, guys. I'm not like speed running it or doing no damage runs. Just having a bit of a walk. See, there's something sorely missing from the original, from the newer games. I know it doesn't really tell you anything, but it's just nice to have a character thought. It's well arranged. Nothing uncommon. Ah, I was unlucky. So they're the same. I mean, it's interesting because I think that corridor there looks a lot better. I don't know whether it's like slightly higher resolution or slightly well captured, but here's some completely new angles for the upper hall. Sadly, your face of the main hall is now lost for good, Nick, in these new angles. Exactly, where is the face? It no longer exists. Yeah, the actual idea behind some of the compositions not too bad, but yikes! What, what, what is with this? Oh, he's got the key, of course. He's one dangerous zombie.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa. This hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
So I've said this quite a few times on the podcast that, like, as much as the the remake goes for sort of excellent use of light and shadow, I do like the sort of empty eeriness of the open, well lit Spencer Mansion. There is just something really unsettling about the main hall being just sort of open and airy like this. It's you know, I like the fact that there are areas with just no music, no zombies. It really is just that sense of isolation and loneliness is really quite excellent, and I think you get it more in this version than you do in the remake. Star emblem, or crest, whatever you want to call it. They vommed on me. Damn it. Still he lives. Could done with some lucky crits there, but don't want to give me it. That's a pretty bad angle. Again. Excellent. I would very much agree with that actually. Yeah. I think of the sort of original bunch of games, I think 2 runs away with it. It's a really blurry angle, that one. I think Alison Court does great work in TVX, but some of the support cast let her down quite a lot. Now, I know there's a lot of fans for this save room theme. A lot of people really like this. So it's interesting, despite the early crits, I have pretty much run out of bullets now. Oh Christ. This is going to get messy. So I hope you guys are excited for episode 51, because we're looking to record next week, because Batman's not back until then. And then we will go in. Blimey, I was not expecting that. So yeah, it's going to be, I'm really hopeful it's going to be one of the best. I hope you've all seen Neptune's trailer he put out yesterday. It's just to get everybody a little bit excited for it, but it's going to be interesting. But like I said in my video, I don't think it's going to be quite as controversial as people expect. It's certainly going to have a few things raised about it, but I don't think it's going to be quite. I mean, some people have their opinions on it. We're already seeing quite a lot of that on the Facebook comments and things like that. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. What am I doing? I don't think it stacked when you did it like that. It's amazing how much you miss the 180 turn when you can't do it. Oh, that's a nice little surprise. I did not expect that one. I thought that was an armor key door. My bad. I was just coming to unlock it. I think the vagueness of the story has surprised a lot of people in terms of how sort of stripped down it is for the remake. And certainly for us on the podcast, the fact that it is, you know, in many ways quite vague, has made certain decision making quite easy. So you don't get detailed files like this in Remake 2. Although they're not bad. I just really like deeply sorely miss the original files. They really are. They're certainly one of the more disappointing aspects compared to the original. Am I right in thinking this is missing a page like the remake? Maybe not. It's amazing how your memory blurs. gold crest is in there. Certainly the wooden one. So we'll head back up to the upper east corridor. Do some puzzles up there. I'll leave the star crest for now. So I mean, the music doesn't sound too bad here. It actually fits quite nicely. I wouldn't say it's better, but it's certainly not harmful. I think one of my biggest issues with the remake too, as well, is a lot of the new made up names for no reason. Like in the labs, you've got like your Jane Doyles when it really should have been Christine Henry, and things like that I find quite disappointing. I don't understand why they made up a whole new bunch of names when there's plenty in the lore they could go to, and since they were on for putting like Rita Phillips in there, why not put like Carter from Outbreak in it and things like that. Richard.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
Is it really? Is it not? Is he not wearing Chris's attire? I've gone the wrong way. That camera angle threw me there. Oh man. I love the clock there, the grandfather clock just ticking away. Again, it all adds to the sort of eeriness that I don't think the remake has. Ah, you saw that? Yeah, I thought I'd copy you in. That's definitely it's definitely more your area of expertise. There's another one for your video series there, Nick.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
Farewell, Richard. Huh? Nice. It's too bad you're reading chat there. Nearly got completely mullered. I seem to think this is where the wooden emblem is, if memory serves. Let's see, am I right in thinking there's like a mega fast zombie in there? No. Okay. Does that have a lighter? Damn it. I'm gonna have to go and get that from the west wing, aren't I? No. No, I'm in the east wing. Assuming the light is still in the same place, I can't remember. Again, music doesn't sound too bad here. It's in places, you know, the soundtrack, you know, it almost works, but you get the full letter because Barry's not here. Oh no, hang on. Barry's already been here then. I only thought you got the bit removed if you got the Barry cutscene. That's interesting. Oh. Oh, of course. Yeah, they broke the moon crest in half. No, only in the remake, Nick. Only in the remake. You don't even have the fisherman's lure puzzle in this. What is annoying is I haven't got any bloody inventory for the. Remember the days of inventory management like this. I could combine the herbs, but I don't want to. Already wasted a bit of healing with my rustiness. I haven't even got around to playing any of Ghost Survivors yet. In fact, I've not even fired Remake 2 up in about 2 weeks now. Just had quite a lot going on, and had next to no time to get in front of the PS4 because it's in a different room. So yeah, I understand people are having quite a hard time with Ghost Survivors, so it'll be interesting to see. And I want to really give out the. I mean, any of you guys know I love the older games, so looking forward to really trying the classic models because I'm actually blown away by how well they still fit. The detail really does hold up. Huh? Nice little bonus zombie. And the lighter is here. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, this isn't good. That was brutal. I did not realise you could get stun locked like that in this game. It goes to show how long it's been. That's a nasty little trick. Did I'm going to regret this, but did I even unlock that door? Because I don't think the map tells you in this. I don't think it was advanced enough at this point to tell you. Oh, there we go. I prefer this room in the original. I don't know why, but there's just something about this room I like. It's one of those yeah, it's on the table. It's one of those rooms that you can't understand the purpose of it. Bloody hell! I thought, my God, I thought the emblem was up here. Yeah, it's one of those rooms you really can't understand the purpose of it. You know, it looks like a dining room, but why is it right up near the attic? If it is a dining room, where would you bring the food from? There's no dumb waiters in the Spencer Mansion. Is it a meeting room? No, I remember where the wooden emblem is. It's here, isn't it? It's got a nifty little wall chart. Inventory management in this game was brutal, as Chris. It really was. Probably looked to round it off because it was only supposed to be a short stream tonight. I've been on for nearly an hour, so probably look to finish at around 11, which is in about 20 minutes UK time. This, Nick, is on my PC through, I can't remember what emulator it is, the EPSXE emulator or whatever. It is running my copy of the DualShock Director's Cut. I used image burn to create an image to save on the, because I don't like streaming. I don't like running emulators through discs because you get awkward pauses. So it's just better to just rip it as an ISO and then play it like that. I'm going the wrong way. See, it's whenever you get talking, you end up going through wrong doors, and you don't realise till you're like nearly 2 doors in. I'm the wrong way. Emulation's one of those sort of massively intimidating things, but it's not too bad once you get into it. It's like the Outbreak setup. When you actually like look at the notes and see what you're supposed to do, like the list of like instructions and the step-by-step guide and that is massive, but it's actually really not too bad. There we go. There's the wooden emblem. I mean, you can see some problems with the emulation with like the wobbly text. I'll get it fixed for next time. Someone was using RetroArch, and I think is it the Beetle Beetle GX emulator or something like that, and was running Dino Crisis through it, and it looked incredible. And running Dino Crisis in 1080p made it look like it you know, was years ahead of its time. Someone has done it. There's a video. If you type in Remake 2, sorry, no, Resident Evil 2 HD backgrounds, someone's managed to show a video of the backgrounds running up to, is it the police station? It might even be to Kendo's shop. And although they do have some upscale artifacts, they don't look bad at all. I know some people do like the sort of crispness of pixels, but when you've got the character models looking so good like you can on the PC Source Next version now, the pixelation of the backgrounds is... Oh, that's unlucky. That's going to put me on danger, isn't it? Yep. Damn it. The background's looking a little bit rough. I mean, like Resident Evil 3 doesn't look too bad, and they upscale really nicely through some programs. But the work done on the PC version of Remake is really nice. The Aqua Ring looks pretty bloody good now. This was always a cool angle. What? Gosh, I had no idea this was open in this. It says so much about the visual quality of the original game, of the remake and Zero, that they can come out like within the last 3 years and still look every bit as good as a current gen game today. I mean, when Zero came out, there was you know, in certain cutscenes, as in the, you know, the actual engine cutscenes, the character models of Rebecca and Billy look every bit as good as some games today. I mean, the remake, I said for years and years, I think the remake in terms of artistic quality was the best looking game for, you know, easily 5 years on any system, and this, you know, all you know, including all the big 3D games that came out. In terms of, like, you know, just the finished sort of product from, you know, how it looked on a TV screen, I thought the remake was staggering. Remember, I'm ready to go. Of course, I've come the wrong way. I want to actually go this way. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the herbicide first, and I need the armor key for it. Because then hopefully I can discard the armor key, because I think I've been through every door now. The great thing about like the remake in Zero is it doesn't age that much, whereas, okay, you know, there's the fan HD project of Resident Evil 4 now, but the GameCube version of Resident Evil 4, you know, was one of the most breathtaking looking games at the time, and it really doesn't hold up very well now. Actually, no, this is an armor key door, isn't it? No, it's not. No, I can imagine it probably isn't. It's the zombie. Please let me discard. Yes. I literally think, Nick, that the archives version of Remake and Zero was literally the GameCube version dumped onto a DVD with some additional Wii controls. Unbelievable. While I'm here, I may as well make some full herbs, because I won't be coming back. There was a lot of talk for years and years that the Wii version of Remake actually helped a little bit of the pausing between camera angles, which was, you know, a bit of a notorious problem on the GameCube version, but I think that was always a bit of a myth. I think that was just wishful thinking from people. If there is any improvement, it is barely noticeable. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it wasn't optimized at all. I may as well made them here because there's no way I'm going to come back, and it just for simple inventory space. I think it's better to make the 3 green herbs than it is to just leave herbs behind. I tend to sort of, the way I've always played them is I don't tend to heal until I'm on like caution or danger, and then I like to use a full heal to take me back up, which I know by the time like the hunters come around it's a little bit risky. And you can nearly pay the price like I did with those 2 zombies in the West Wing when they were on either side of that door at the bedroom. That was very close to going very wrong. Just thinking, yeah. Well, it's tricky because it was certainly the best for a few years, but it's a mission of separate ways. It's a mission of separate ways is a shame. Well, it's not a mission. It just simply was you know, was never had the option of having it. And after playing the PC HC project, I'll probably never go back. That's especially because they've got a new version coming out, which makes it look even better. And I might be wrong, but I think it's the only version of Resident Evil 4 that actually has a second, like a second mode on the infrared scope. I might be wrong on that, but I'm sure it's the only version of the game that does. No, I need to take it first. Idiot. Where is the shield key? So that's a bit of a pointless change, because all it does is literally just delay you by seconds getting the shield key. Just to get close to wrapping this up for the evening. Just for now. Should be enough. No, wrong way. And because I've already got the armor key, this is the Suncrest. This is why I needed to dump all that gear. Some herbs to make. I know. It's strange that after 23 years, they finally made a decision to change each of the herb types. It's very odd. It's just only further proves its non-canon nature. I'm gonna do one more thing before I finish. I'll go and do the snake, but I used to be able to do it without getting a hit, and as everybody knows, every time I've tried some sort of bravado on these streams, it's gone horribly wrong, like, you know, missing rocket launcher shots and things like that, so I'm not going to mess about tonight. I'm just not going to do it. Let's see how good my muscle memory is. Yeah, it's really interesting, Time Loss, because for the 30th anniversary of the Street Fighter series, they put out a albeit flawed but quite complete collection of all the different versions of Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Alpha, and like I say, it's a flawed collection because the definitive versions of some of those games aren't on there. But I would really like to see them do something like that for the Resident Evil series, where, you know, you got like a Resident Evil 25th anniversary collection, and it had, you know, all three versions of the original here. The original version of 2, director's cut game. You know, it'd be nice to actually have all those iterations available on one disc. I think we're at the point now where they really need to start like compiling all the games into one collection now. I don't want to see, like, for the PlayStation 5, for example, I don't want to see 4, 5, and 6 re-released again separately. I think it's about time they were actually put together in a single package and collection. You know, I'd ideally like to see, you know, Remake 0, Remake 2, Remake 3, 4, 5, and 6 all in one package. But hey, you can't make as much money that way, can you? Not to be cynical, but I just like to, you know, I'm a really big supporter of like archiving and making things available. That's why, you know, I've always supported emulation, even though I know there's obviously the legal implications of it and things like that. But until game developers start archiving their works better, it's the only way you get to play a lot of this kind of stuff. Listen to that music. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh no! Oh! Will Barry rescue me? Or will he not? You will.
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum. Barry? Barry?
You come back as fine as well. Well, that is where I'm going to leave it for tonight, guys. 3 minutes past 11. It's not too bad. This was just sort of a warm-up stream, like I say, because I've not done one for a month now. So it's just a nice little one to get back into it. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll get to the guardhouse and stuff next time and see more interesting changes in the soundtrack of this masterpiece version of the original Resident Evil. Until then, I'll get this uploaded to YouTube sort of nowish, and I will see you guys all next time. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the week. Enjoy Ghost Survivors. Bye bye.